And the next question is about our physical. When our body lets us know we're out of alignment, what are some steps we can take to get back on track?
Hmm. Can we start? Let me start. I do a bunch of different things. My the most important thing that I do, and the biggest at the top, the this harnesses the most energy change for me. Like this is the way I could get back on track the fastest. Meditation. My morning ritual is so important that I've never realized how important it is until like I haven't done it for like more than a couple of days, especially where I'm at now. So meditating and stretching in the morning, like before I'm talking like 4 o'clock, before the world wakes up, before the over here. That I need to get back into audiobooks, like either like reading or listening to an audiobook. Like when I'm out of alignment, I'm out of alignment. That means that I'm probably eating chips. I'm probably consuming more alcohol than is than average, than healthy. So my eating everything. So I'm listening to rap music, or if not, I listen to rap music. Excuse me. So let's not act like I don't. But I'm overly, all right, overly listening to rap music, and I'm there's a certain when I'm out of alignment, I'm doing a certain pattern of things. There are things that I do as a pattern when I'm out of alignment. There are certain things that when I'm in alignment, I'm always doing these things when I'm in flow, when my creativity, when I'm feeling light, when I'm in a good mood. I'm meditating, I'm listening to an audiobook, or I'm reading. Like I'm intently focused in the situation. I'm being present in moments like this. I'm moving a certain different way. So when I'm out of alignment, I start doing those things that I know like get me back, like listening to an audiobook. Even if like I can listen to an audiobook for hours, but to get back in, I might every morning on my way to work, I just put it on for 10 minutes, my like a light one, and one of my favorites. So I might listen to this audiobook 10 times, but I know I love it, and I know like once I hear it, I'm gonna like, and I'll just play it 10 minutes so like just to get back into the group. But I do little things like that. But meditation, numero uno, and stretching. So, what you do, Caroline?
I same as you, man. Meditation is my savior.
Mm-hmm.
Through the dark night of the soul, meditation was, I forced my backside to meditate, man. I'd done it before, but I was never routine with it properly, and busy. But when I was in that deep depression, I meditated like I'd never meditated in my life. And I made a meditation tent, which we've got in the lounge. Mindfulness as well, like what you said. So I was doing a lot of origami because I realized my mind was in overdrive, like literal overdrive. I couldn't stop my mind. And now, on reflection, I can see that I'd sunk to such a low level. I do believe that different forces can get to you when you're on a lower level.
Mm-hmm.
When you're on a higher frequency, they can't get to you on that frequency. And I've never been in that low frequency. Not that low. Yeah, dancing is another big one. Listening to music. I don't do the audio books. I like that idea though, so I think I'm going to try it. And lately I've been listening to a lot of affirmations throughout the day. And I think what I've learned for myself just in that regard, the music regard, is that what, again, is kind of perception. What can be seen as negative, what's always kept me at a high level throughout my life that I didn't realise was listening to music and dancing and getting excited. I just didn't know that was a high level. It was placing me up there because I'd start off in the morning with like Have you heard of Jungle, UK Jungle? It's like it's like Calypso, but
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like, yeah.
I'd wake up and I'd put on Jungle loud and I'd be, you know, doing all this. And I didn't know that that was actually a ritual to get me on this high vibration. And then I'd be going through the day on that high vibration. And it was from losing that kind of pattern through becoming a mom and working again and all these things that I realised I need to go back to that actually. Blast out the rap if it gets you, if the rap lyrics get you like going, blast that out. And then at the same time, there's a different high level vibe that I get from, you know, these kind of meditative solfeggios, you know, that kind of music, the affirmations, that puts me in a different type of high level vibration, high frequency, a more relaxed one. But yeah, like you, I think for me, meditation is golden. And I'll go to IMI.
So yeah, for me, a lot of times I'll experience shallow breathing. So getting that breath awareness going. Okay, diaphragmatic breathing and being still, for sure. Meditation is one. Fasting is big for me. I notice whenever I fast, if there's somewhere in my body that's like my stomach is upset or I got an itch somewhere and I fast, even if it's just a 24-hour, it goes away like instantly. After the fast, it's like, all right, now I got to ease back into, I'm not doing solids right away or whatever. That's something that works for me. And then the new piece of information that my sister Arija passed on through her instructor, the Cellular Hydration Revolution, has been a game changer, because me and Caroline, we spoke before about really like masticating or chewing the food until it liquefies. Even with drinking, you don't want to just take big gulps, is what this book is saying, to really let the minerals absorb in before swallowing and mix with saliva. And I mean, it's a science, so I'm not going to go too far, but that's been adding something to my emotional well-being physically as well. Getting back in alignment. Yeah. And I'm going to...
You know, the chew one time, outside the country, you know, I tried to chew one time, like, I was trying to practice that, like, chewing, I was like, let me see if I could chew 50 times. Because I read somewhere that you're really supposed to chew, like, some crazy number of times before you're supposed to chew.
Something like that, yeah.
Man, got to, like, 22 or 20-something, and I was like, first of all, this is crazy. I don't even want this anymore. Like, it was so crazy. I was like, there's no way I can sit here and eat this. By the time I eat this little bit of food, chewing all these bites, when the food's gonna be cold. I was like, I'm conditioned already. I'm conditioned. It's too late. There's no way I could chew more than freaking 5 or 6 times.
But I was doing it the other day, and then you really get to thinking, well, for me at least, it made me think like, how much food do I really need to eat? Does the portion size need to be this big? If I've chewed this many times and I've got the nourishment, I don't even feel like I'm hungry anymore. Like you said, I don't even know if I want all of this anymore.
That's funny. I never even thought about that.
But yeah, say that again.
I was just going to say, I find when I fast, I haven't gone as long as I'd like to, but I'm doing it kind of regular, the 24 hours. That when I get that food, that slows me down, because the fasting makes me so excited for the food. And then when I get it, I'm like, oh yeah, I take my time with it. Do you know what I mean? When I'm being more gluttonous, that's when I'm like just wolfing it down, you know.
Oh, now you have an appreciation for it because you haven't deliberately had it. Never thought about that. You gotta be scarfing my food down. Maybe I need to chill. Oh.
Does that go back to, just as a side note, because I know I started wolfing food down when I had the girls, because I was breastfeeding. So I'd breastfeed, and I'd be like just wolfing it down because I've got the baby there. And could that relate to your experience in prison? Is that
probably from even before then, being in a fort, like being with like 13 brothers and sisters, like foster brothers and sisters, like, you know what I'm saying, my germs, you know what I'm saying, snatchies. I know I was, and so like, I think psychologically back from then probably yeah.
Yeah, because that's a habit, innit? It's a habit that you formed. So it's going to be hard to break if you've been doing it forever.
What about you, Adriana?
For me, I've learned from all sides of this spectrum, right? Like I've talked about before, how I started life very unhealthy, and I was super overweight, like extremely overweight and unhealthy. So I had to rebuild my relationship with food. So I'll say, as far as how everything combines to create a synergy, is about, like, if you're gonna enjoy the food, take the time to enjoy the food. Like I said, chew your food, like really sit and, make sure it's some good food for sure. But chew your food and enjoy it. Therefore, when you take that break, it's like the surprise you didn't know you needed, but it's so frequent that it's an everyday blessing, an everyday surprise, right? Like, so say if you fast for 24 hours, you ease into it with something small and sweet, a banana maybe, something like that, just to ease your body back into the luxury of what food is, what nourishment is, As far as emotional, physical, definitely meditate, but I'm different. I told y'all I'm stubborn, so I learned everything the hard way, right? So I rock with music. I rock with stillness, sitting outside with my slides on in the grass, listening to the birds and chirping. I like to zone out and go through marathons and listening to albums over and over and over, my favorite ones all the time. I'll revisit the 90s or whatever the case may be. I love the arts, so that's also meditative for me. You know what I mean? Like I may, you might catch me watching The Lion King, just to revisit the fact that I have always been special and different. I love Rafiki. Everybody else loves Simba, Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa. I love them all too, don't get me wrong, but Rafiki's my dog. That's a clear sign right there. Life is meditation, is what I'm getting at. Like walking is meditation, like strolling past the lake, taking a look at the geese or whatever, being fascinated for a minute. Also, schooling myself in whatever medium is available to me. We live in an age with so many different mediums to get information. So yeah, we could listen to a book. We feel like we don't have the time to open the book and read it. But when we do have time, slow down after your shower, whatever, chill for about 30 minutes. Read a book, read a couple chapters, and you might find yourself up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning reading, because it's that good. You know what I mean? If you're new to it. Or if you're, the videos person, mind the videos you watch. Because there are certain ones that are amazing, right? They teach you things, they're entertaining, they make you laugh, all of these joyous emotions. But then there's the ones that are so negative that it kind of puts you in that state. So I would say give screens, bide your time with that. Like, try to spend more time in the real world as opposed to the digital world. There's frequency and balance in both. So that's what I'm trying to get at in my long roundabout way. I do a little bit of everything. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I'm mindful to always center while I'm doing it. Leading with love, leading with kindness, leading with giving gratitude to the Most High, whatever I'm doing, because all of these things were provided by the Most High, right? That's my answer.
Nice. Yeah. As adults, we need screen time too, right?
So you might need to breathe a break, man.